Hey everyone. All right. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've done a video, but I thought I would kind of walk you around the outside of the property and kind of show you what I am planning to do for a restoration. I just wrote a humongous check. It's the deposit check for the contractor to start all the exterior work. Here I am at the back of the house. That's the kitchen. That's the newest part of the house right there. Here they enclosed part of the porch to incorporate that. It's kind of like a little mudroom actually. And then the porch, that's the old, well, it's my library now, but that's what, I was the plantation office, the state office for Cedar Grove. And then of course the main part of the house right there. My work that I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can tell from the really horrible shutters and stuff, but that's really cheap aluminum siding that someone put up in the 80s. And I have got to remove all of that. Now, the original clapboard is still on there. As a matter of fact, the original clapboard's still on the porch. So let me show you that. And I don't know how to reverse the film when I'm actually recording. So you're going to have to do a selfie with me. I'm just gonna have to walk backwards because I can't. Well, I'll do this. How's that? I know nothing about technology. I'm really bad at it. Okay, so here on the porch, you actually have the original clapboard. Sorry about my mess. It's all my Amazon delivery stuff. I'll show you a little bit of a detail of it. It's typical clapboard. It's got the little beaded edge to it. That's what's going to be underneath the siding. So I'm going to remove all that, restore whatever needs to be restored, because on the south side of the house, apparently it takes a beating from the sun and the weather. So I have a feeling some of those boards will need to be replaced. I'm going to then strip it and paint it. And I have my colors picked out. It's going to be a variation of this, although it's going to be a creamier white and then a green, definitely a green, instead of a black here. And then of course the windows, I don't know if you can tell here, but these are just the cheapest windows in the world. I have never seen cheaper windows. If you want to break into my house, you pretty much can just push on this window and it will fall in. But I just installed a security camera, so don't do well, a security system, so don't do that. I also have a camera too there. See, there it is, so I can watch myself. Well, not myself, but watch Cedar Grove when I'm not here. So I'm going to replace all the windows. Now, luckily, when they took out the original windows, they saved them. They put them underneath the house. Oh, you know what? Let's go see that. Again, I'm going to figure out how to walk with this thing. And I don't have the weights with them, but I definitely have the sashes. They're going to need to be restored. And I have no problem with doing that because it will be just a game changer. People always say that, the windows are the, eyes of the house, the soul of the house. So I definitely believe that. You can really, really tell when a house has its original windows. So they've been stored under here for God knows how long, but underneath here stays pretty dry. So they have managed to, now this is also really scary because of my arachnophobia. So just be prepared. I may scream here. Okay, so here we go. Here they are. As you see, panes are missing, but the sashes themselves, they're in pretty good shape, and they're all under here. Or at least I have 43 windows total, and there are 37 windows under here. So I think that's because it doesn't count that kitchen wing that I told you about, because that was the newest part of the house. So that takes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like 5 windows. So I think it does kind of even out that I have all the original windows here. It's going to be really nice. Okay, and now I want to get out of here because I'm scared. All right. So the other thing I want to do, we're on the north side of the house now. The north side and the south side are identical in the way that they look. as you see, all my shutters are gone. So I'm going to have shutters made for all the windows. It's 43 windows total. And the other thing that I want to do is on the north door right here, it already has a screen door, but it's really kind of in bad shape. I'm going to have new screen doors made, and I'm going to have the bottom of it kind of match that transom window, that detailing. I think that's very, very pretty. And so I want to carry that through in the bottom part of the screen door. And I'll do that on the southern side as well. But that's really it. Well, that actually, shoot, I'm forgetting the biggest part, which is the roof. I mean, so all the roofs have to be done. And so I'm saving this metal roof over the library, the office part. But the rest of it is going to be done. Let me walk to the front of the house and show you that. The rest of it is going to be done essentially in a fake cedar shake. I really wanted to do cedar shake. I think that's traditional, that is historic for the house. That's what it would have really had. But it's a pain in the butt to maintain. They have made now cedar shake that's a composite material, and it lasts 50 plus years. Plus, it looks exactly like a cedar shake because they make molds out of actual cedar shake, and they're varying sizes and everything. It's ridiculously expensive. It's going to be one of the biggest parts of my budget, but it's going to be so worth it. So, as I said, it's going to be a creamy white. The portico, of course, is going to be entirely rebuilt. And I haven't told you this. So in the attic, the reason this portico is tilting like that is because there is a beam that runs all the way here along the roof line. That beam is completely rotted out right there. And that's because the house was not maintained for a really long time. And water just ran down and got into the house on both sides continuously, year after year after year after year. And it took this beam that's massive. I mean, it's, this big, and it's completely rotted through on both sides. So that portico has to come off. That beam has to be completely fixed. Portico is going to get rebuilt. Siding's going to come off. All of that's going to be redone. And then it's going to be painted that creamy white with the green. Now the doors, eventually, if I have the budget to do it this year, I will. But it just all depends on this extra expense of this great beam project I have to deal with. But I want to faux grain the doors. I want to faux grain that door right there, and I want to faux grain the door up above. And I think that will be amazing. I kind of want to do it on the inside too. I'm not going to faux grain the door on the back because I feel like that's too formal looking for the back porch. So I'm going to leave it there. And then the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to walk around here and show you this. In addition to kind of fixing the boxwood and replacing what I need to do, although they're looking much better ever since, fertilizer's been put on them. So I have hopes that they will actually come back. But I'm, going to be doing a lot in the garden too. That's not going to start until the fall, of course, because it's too late now to plant. Everything would just dry up and die. Here's the south side of the house I was talking about. You can see from the door here, it has had a beating with all the sun. I would like to faux grain both this door and the north side door too. But if they're gonna have screen doors on them, maybe not, but we'll see what the budget is. There's the kitchen part. Those are the windows that are not, weren't original to the house, so it doesn't matter. Here's the terrace garden. It's really kind of hard to show you in this condition. You really have to look at it from above. Originally they had roses in here, but I'm not a huge rose person. I like cut roses, but I don't want to grow them. So I'm going to kind of create a little bit of a pathway through the terrace with boxwood. So you'll step down. Let me come over here and show you. Maybe it'll make a little bit more sense. Okay, So see, there's a wall right here. It kind of really sinks down. So I'm gonna have where you step down here, you go down, you continue on the path here, you step down again, you go back. I'm trying to do my finger. You go back to the end, you step down again, and then you come back. So it's not like a labyrinth, but it's going to be like a little, I just think it'll be a fun little walk, and it'll be completely done with boxwood. It will be amazing. But the way that will line up, this pole is going, by the way. I've already put in the request to remove that pole. So to do that, there will be like a boxwood mound, not mound, a boxwood, wall that goes all along here down to the edge. And then I'm going to create a parterre over here. That's why this pole has to go. And so that parterre is going to be right here in between the kitchen and the original kitchen house. And it will go down here, creating another wall of boxwood. And then down here at this swoop, I'm going to create a semicircle, a demi-lune of forsythia. And at the middle of that forsythia is going to be one of those deer that I just bought. I don't know if you saw that. I'll show it to you. But anyway, so that's a little bit of the garden. I think plain boxwood is the easiest thing to do, and it will be a game changer and how it makes that whole entire space look right there. I'm also going to plant a bunch of stuff going up the driveway to just make it look a little bit more lush and floral and green. So I'll do oak leaf hydrangea and winter daphne and some camellia, of course. Okay, so here's the kitchen house. Part of the restoration is also going to be restoring this kitchen house. A lot of the clapboard is in bad shape and needs to be replaced. The roof needs to be fixed, and I need to put a cap on the chimney so rain doesn't get in there. And then there are some elements that were added in that I need to take off on the inside that are not historically accurate. So I'm going to remove that. And then that's it. I'm just going to maintain it. I'm going to preserve it. In case you saw the YouTube video I did with Homeworthy, this kitchen house has an amazing history. There was a ginormous table to it. And in this kitchen house, and that's now on permanent display at the Smithsonian African American Museum. It's amazing to go see and to know it came out of this very kitchen. So I really want to be respectful and make that kitchen house what it was. I need to add some steps back to it too. It's kind of hard to get in. So that's that. The other buildings I'm going to make where it's all the same. So they're all going to be painted the same. They're all going to have the same roofs. It's all going to be the same colors. So here's the pool house. The pool house is actually, it was built in the 90s. It actually, this is sad, it replaced a building that had been there for, I don't know, for hundreds of years, pretty much since the beginning of it. I think it was actually one of the original enslaved quarters, because I've seen it in pictures. That's what it looks like to me. But it was torn down and this pool house was put in its place. But as far as pool houses go, at least it's simple and it looks in keeping with the rest of the property. That building right here that looks a little bit like a shed, that was the smokehouse to the thing. It's going to become like a garden potting shed. So right now it's used to store firewood and wood. I envision a Bunny Williams type of, a Bunny Williams, totally garden shed, potting shed. That's what I want with that. And that's of course, my garage. That door right there, it has stairs that go up to a really large, well, it could be an apartment, except there's not a bathroom in there, but I'm going to make it kind of like a gem. And then that garage, it's very nice, but again, it has some rotting material to it. So there are some things I need to do to just kind of make it look a little bit better. And then over there is my stables. Now, my super long-term plan, that's not going to be this year, is, I don't have horses. My dad was the horse guy. I wish he were still alive. He would love this place. But I'm going to build a tennis court behind that, and that will be like a little tennis house because it has water. I envision that being like a bar. after you play tennis, you can go relax. Because my family is a tennis family. We can become very competitive with it. So I want to do that. So, okay, now let me go show you the pool because I want to show you what I'm going to do to the pool house. You know, as I say, this side's nice. I like it. Again, I'm going to change the roof, paint it. Red door is going to be gone. I've already replaced this light, so it's much better than what was there before. This whole fence of the pool is falling down, and so I need to redo it. And my plan is to make it match the porch railing at Cedar Grove. So here we go. Here's the pool. Here's the pool house. I don't like this arbor because it doesn't go the whole length of the pool house. So I'm gonna have it torn down and have an actual porch built. And then the railing of this porch, I envision it look like a little Mount Vernon. And I want the railing to look also like that porch railing on the porch. I think it'll make it very distinctive. But that is it. So again, the roof will be the same there. And then there's a little gazebo. Originally, I was going to play with this gazebo. That actually has a cedar roof, which is nice. But, I kind of like it now. I'm going to leave it as is. I added I'll show you. I added a fan to it so I can really kind of, there it is. It's not on though. So I can really kind of enjoy the thing. But here's my favorite part. Look at that view. I just love this. Just sit out here and look at that view. Anyway, there you go. That's a little bit of the exterior tour. I will show you much more later. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. Okay, I lied. I'm back. Because I'm such a doofus, I told you I was going to show you the deer, and I completely forgot. I didn't show you the deer. So here they are. I have two of them. One, as I said, is going to go by the forsythia thing, and the next one, look how cute they are. I just love them so much. Let me come over here and get you a better shot. Aren't they great? So the other deer is, see these paddocks back here? There are two paddocks. I'm going to remove those paddocks and incorporate them into the yard. And this part right here, I'm going to make a tree alley. I want to plant some really great fall color trees like maples. I have it go out that way because it's a pretty view out that way. And at the end of that tree alley, I'm going to put the other deer, which I think, because then I can kind of sit on my back porch and watch the fall colors and look at the deer. But anyway, there we go. That is now my completed Cedar Grove tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I will show you way more. And as I said, I just wrote a big check for all that exterior renovation, so I hope they are starting soon. This tree, by the way, is going. I hate it. It's really kind of a weed tree. It's coming down. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya.